Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. It's the last segment of the day. Yeah, did one in the morning. Yeah, the Sunday catch up went live outside the Emirates, and now we're doing the evening Sunday catch up. The catch up, the sauce, not catch up. But
I
anyway,
thought you said,
guys,
I thought you said it's a catch up, not catch up.
well, someone said catch up. I'm not going to say who it was, but it's supposed to be Sunday catch up, not ketchup, the sauce.
Well, bit of slang doesn't hurt no one, I suppose.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's got a little twang to it. Yeah, so we'll do the Sunday ketchup, not catch up. Anyway, guys, enough of this ketchup and catch up. See you on the other side of this music intro. Catch up. Yeah, the ketchup, catch up.
that's
What's going
catch up.
on? What's going
I
on?
think
What's
it's all
going on?
because of the breakfast, isn't it? About brunch time, you know, when you have your morning breakfast and it's all the fried stuff. Do you have ketchup or do you have brown sauce?
A bit of both.
Oh, what?
A bit of both.
Ketchup.
Anyway, whatever it is, guys, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest catch up over here on Cannon Foyer TV. All right. Are you good, Ralph? Are you good?
Yes, I'm good. Chill day today.
Nice one.
So done some bits and pieces. Got a few some ideas with Des and Eltel on a future segment. So yeah, all good. Touch wood, all
Wicked,
good.
wicked, wicked. All right, slight change of kicking off for the live news in regards to this one. So yeah, Daniel Ballard. Congratulations to him helping the Seasiders Blackpool get back into the championship. So I tell you what, could we see him back at Arsenal? I'm not so sure, to be honest, but yeah, like I said, back Daniel Ballard again. Well done for helping Blackpool's cause and getting them, being promoted. So well done to the Seasiders and well done to Daniel Ballard. Fantastic stuff there, brilliant stuff. And I want to show Ralph something very, very quickly.
Oh, you see, you was going on at me about wearing my Arsenal kit from what was it now? I think it would have been 2008,
Oh, dear.
9. No, I think it was even earlier actually. I think it was earlier. I think it was 2004 or 5 because that's when we beat Man United, the FA Cup. So the last time was down here. I say down here in Cardiff because Cardiff held the FA Cup and the some of the playoffs down here as well in the stadium. And it was from all accounts. I don't see why we couldn't have kept that up because it's a neutral ground and it's quite easy to get to from London or from up north down to the M4. So, but yeah, I'm sure that my kit was thereabouts. But that's just that says Chelsea all over it. The only red is just the badge and the Adidas. I think, like you said, Adidas has just run out of ideas.
Yeah,
They've
yeah,
run out of ideas. So,
yeah.
rather than asking fans, or even this is something I think I'm sure Arsenal used to do back in the day. They used to like ask fans about how or what the kit should look like and have it as a competition.
Hey,
I'm sure there's something back there. Maybe Eltel would elaborate one day. But I'm sure when it comes to design, it's just the basics. And quite a few years back, I remember getting my second eldest the white top that we had with the maroon shorts and I wasn't really too keen on that because it was just it looked like a West Ham top.
look at this. What is that? What? I mean, what is this?
No clue.
Well, you know, like I said, Ralph, you know, actually, when I arrived at the Emirates today with my one-man protest, lo and behold, I arrived there. I'm outside the armory, and there's a few people coming out, just bought their merchandise. I was thinking, you know what, I don't care. I said, Cronky out. And they paused and they continue walking past me. I was thinking, all right, they'll probably, might
They're
approach me or
probably slightly embarrassed.
whatever.
You know what? They were thinking Clonky, and all of a sudden, as soon as they got to the armory, it's like, oh, actually, that's not a bad top. I'll go. And as soon as they came out, it's like, nuts. That's another 60, 70 quid into Cronky's pocket.
You pay your money,
Hey,
you take the pick. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, on the back of that, we spoke this morning in regards to them lot winning their second Champions League inside a decade. 9 years. 9 years. Champions League final. Did Man City's Pep Guardiola tinker too much against Chelsea? Yes, he did. Having seen his side sweep aside many challenges both in Europe and on their way to the Premier League title, Guardiola sprung a surprise with his team selection in Porto. Yeah, he left that captain Fernandinho and fellow holding midfielder Rodri from the starting lineup, and Bernardo Silva got substituted off. Kevin Bruyne, of course, where he got an injury. Ikelai Guendouzi, Aguero got 12 minutes, 13 minutes to try and do something. It just didn't work. Didn't work, Ralph. And the Tinker Man. You can see where Mikel Arteta gets his tinkering from, innit?
I knew he's going to go there.
You can see where he gets it wrong. That is true.
Something in relation to Claudio Ranieri then, because Claudio Ranieri used to do the same thing. He used to tinker a lot. That's why they called him the Tinker Man, didn't they? Back in the day, before he got sacked. He never won. I think did he win an FA Cup? But he didn't win a Premiership with Chelsea, did he?
No, he didn't.
It was only when he went to Leicester.
He won the league, Premier League.
Yeah, forever the Tinker Man.
Yeah. And on the back of that, another congratulations to Brentford. Another London side in the Premier League now, man. Well, my goodness, indeed. Beating Swansea 2-0. Ivan Toney and Emiliano Marcondes fights the Bees in the Premier League. Sky Bet Champions playoff final, called the richest game in football between Brentford and Swansea at Wembley, ending their 74-year wait to get back in top flight football, thanks to goals from the aforementioned. But yeah, man, yeah, another London team, Ralph, man. Oh my goodness.
Well, let's see if they hang about for 10 years, and if they do the same, then we know, innit? We'll know then. I said that whenever we play against Brentford, they give us a tough time. They give us a tough time, and I don't see that changing anytime soon, to be honest.
Well,
but we'll see. We shall see.
And then last bit of news we'll talk about. We don't really have to talk about it, but I thought, you know what, just give a little tickle to my brother, Matteo Guendouzi. He reportedly agreed personal terms with Marseille. Apparently, it's according to L'Equipe. The 22-year-old midfielder has agreed to join League One side at this transfer window, and I'm absolutely sure that Mikel Arteta must be thinking, "Thank God for that." Not coming back. He's not coming to Arsenal. Thinking, yeah. Another ice pocket challenge incoming, Ralph.
No. I'm going to be very careful because you're on 2 at the moment. You've taken two people so far. Well, we'll wait to see what's happening with Odegaard. But yeah, 2 at this moment in time. I'm very wary. I thought that was a one-off. Just to go back on Guendouzi, he is a young man. it is an attitude kind of thing, and sometimes these things do get ironed out with the right manager and the right people around you. You know, I remember Roy Keane. Roy Keane was always a bad boy, but he kind of like shaped himself when he went to Man United. That element of him didn't really leave, but he kind of like focused it in the right way. Hence the reason why, you know, he's a Champions Leagues winner and a Premiership winner and FA Cup as well. So it just goes to show that when it's placed in the right way, you can have a play. I mean, don't forget he had a lot of scraps with Vieira, and Vieira as well. Vieira was no angel, but he had to be tough to go into battle. And when you look at Vieira, you know that he's going full in. And if he was sent off, the team was still toughened anyway. So, you know, it didn't lack anything. If anything, the toughness and the tough mentality was in the team throughout. If you hear the accounts of like the Invisible Team, you hear teams who play against them. They said that as soon as they were in the tunnel, they felt intimidated because most of those players were like about 6 foot plus, and the way that you can see every time they scored a goal, it was a team goal. Thierry Henry said that how he always placed the ball to the person that was definitely who's going to score. You know, so it was a team mentality. It was that, you know, that we don't care about anybody else. You know, remember that famous goal? I think who was it against? Was it against Leeds or Middlesbrough when it was a free kick and Thierry he asked the referee and the referee said, "Yeah, you can take it." He took it and then he looked at the referee and say, like, "Is that good enough?" That was the kind of swag and confidence that we had in the team. So that mentality alone, you know, you looked from one man, from goalkeeper to the striker. Everybody had that mentality. They had that toughness. Guendouzi has got the potential, but you know he needs somebody around him to say, "Hey, man, now what you're doing, you can't do that." And he rubbed Arteta the wrong way. He rubbed who do we play against when he got sent off?
Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton.
Yeah.
So these things happen, but it's having the right people around you to pull you up. And I don't think at that time there was anyone to pull him up. Hence the reason why he's out there. Now, Marseille is not a bad team. So maybe, he's back home as well. So maybe that might make him feel a bit more steady. And maybe it could be the makings of him. If not, then we know we've seen too many good players who has had bad attitudes. They fall to the wayside because they don't want to change. If you want to be a professional, if you want to change, it's about having the right people around you, but it's also about putting the effort and the discipline in. And maybe it'd be interesting to see where he lands up in a couple of years' time.
Would George Graham have tolerated his behaviour?
No. Straight off the bat, George Graham and managers like him around that time. Don't forget, he managed Millwall, and Millwall was a very tough side as well. It was a tough area. But George Graham's mentality was that he was a winner, as an FA Cup winner and a Champions winner as well. So he knew the requirements. And he had no compulsion at all to put someone straight. You heard Paul Merson give his account, you know, Lee Dixon, Tony Adams, Steve Bolt. So they all knew what he was about. And he was great at identifying the youngsters, and also he was great at identifying players who felt that they weren't suited to the model. And if you understand that as well, he did all this early. He did all this early. So when he came into the first match of the season, there's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. It's all about playing to win. And you heard Tony Adams. Tony Adams said how it didn't matter if it was training or tiddlywinks. He wanted to win. So that was the mentality, and the mentality had come from the manager. And of course, it fed down from the board as well. So all these things, I keep saying all these things, just goes to show that when you've got the right ingredient from the top and it feeds down from the manager and it feeds to the players, you breed champions. You breed champions.
Mm. Let me just go into a couple of polls that we've done over the last, let's say, a day actually. The first of which was who should be sold first, and the options were Bellerin, Xhaka, Torreira, and Guendouzi. Guendouzi comes at 19%, Torreira 13%, Xhaka, surprise, 16%, Bellerin 48%. 48%. I think, wow, okay. And then the other poll we did 2 days ago was Jack Grealish. Should Arsenal buy him at all costs? Do you think that there are better players than him, or you can't decide? And so far, 63% out of 820 votes, the subscribers think that we need to buy him at all costs. I was thinking that, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All right, let's go into the live chat and see who's joined us on this evening show. Eric says this should sell Arsenal to someone. Oh, they should sell Arsenal to someone who can build out our football team. Michael Knight says get money bags out Ekin and all true Gunners get the protest to get Stan out Ek in sounds like a song, isn't it?
That sounds like a song.
And the enforcers in the house says, hi bros, looking forward to this.
Fun.
I'm a mustard man. Okay, well I know that. We know that, Des. Jack Williams, good afternoon, my friend. Actually, good evening. This fan base mentality is mediocre. All these pages and fans ranting and tweeting, but when it comes to giving it out at protests, it's mum. That's the problem with this fan base. Jack, yeah. I can only do my best from my perspective. I can only do my best. You know, I'm talking about it, and now I have to walk the walk. And I was at the Emirates today. I talk about it on the channel almost every show. I don't want to, sound like a broken record, but I can only do my part to try and add something to this movement here. It's for everybody else to find some gumption and add something to this movement. Again, like I said to my brother, I rocked up today, filming, and I can see two people walking in that direction with their bag from the armory. I was thinking, all right, Kroenke out. I can only do my part. That's all I can do. It's for you to do your part. But like I said, it's not what we want Kroenke out. We need him out, but it's not about wanting needs. It's what we deserve. Well, it's this. We deserve this. Because you can't tell me, all right, last Sunday was a sizable protest, Ralph. It was bucketing down with rain. The heavens had opened up. But what about this Sunday? What about this Sunday? There was no one there, Ralph. There was no one there.
No, I was watching.
Yeah, but for maybe just people like just sitting down, some children, families, and there was no one there protesting, actively protesting, apart from myself. Oh my jacks again, Ralph.
Am I gonna say something controversial that may divide the fan base in a sense? Regardless of the day and everything, are we saying that some of our fans are fair-weathered fans, where they go in when everybody else goes in, but when it comes to this is the long haul part of the protest, is when you do have to keep going when nobody else is there. The season's pretty much done from last week, from last night, and now we're going to go into the Euros not next week, week after. So between now and the Euros, how many more fans are going to go to the armory and think, oh, you know what, I'll buy a new kit, but I want Kroenke at the same time, or shall I just hold my money and protest? It is a rather, I don't think it's a lot for us to ask. I'm off. I'm on holidays with my daughter. I haven't bought a kit, a top since I haven't bought a kit. Anyway, most of my kits were gifts. Even the top you got for me after when we beat Chelsea in the 2017 FA Cup.
The
You know, that's
EFC.
a gift. But I don't go out of my way to buy anything. If anything, I may be sent a book. The last book I had from you, Alex, was Ian Wright's autobiography. But I don't buy anything of merchandise. I think actually the last thing I bought for you was for your birthday was a scarf, the Arsenal scarf.
That's right.
For our nephew's young boy, I bought him like his first Arsenal kit. So for me, that I mean, we're going back a couple of years back, but from then on in, I don't buy the kits. I get feeds and everything else, and all the Arsenal training videos. I don't watch them because it's a waste of time. What we do here, like I said to one of the co-workers I work with, I say it's to me, it's because I love the club. You know, we do this because we love the club, and we've had this conversation. I would say we've had this type of conversation 10 plus years easy, because we knew that there was something wrong. You know, the direction of the club was going somewhere where we thought, no, this is not what it should be. And I often recount this story that I remember on my journey back from staying at our parents' house. I went to Paddington Station and to WH Smith's, and I started getting the Arsenal magazine. And the first Arsenal magazine I've got, if I can pull it out from where I've got it, had Patrick Vieira, and it said, "This is where Patrick Vieira will be doing the spot kit at the new Emirates ground." And I was thinking, "Oh wow, okay, so it's all gone through then, you know." And he wasn't captain. 2005, after that spot kit against Man United, FA Cup at the Millennium Stadium, he wasn't Arsenal captain anymore. And I was thinking, okay. And then we picked up Fabregas, and Fabregas, young, up and coming prospect. And it was like, okay, so the team's going through another dimension, another direction. And look what's happened now. I was trying to download when Arsenal beat Hull in the 2013 FA Cup. And I met you up that day. I came from Cardiff just for the day, just so we can get down to see the fans and everything else. And we saw Arsene Wenger coming from the side of the Emirates just by chance. But the whole day, if I could download and show people the whole day from, okay, we've gone without a trophy for like 9 years, thereabouts, to now, we're on the cusp of something. But it's like this, and then boom, we go straight down again. And then we climb up a little bit, and then boom, we go straight back down again. Because the people at the top don't care. How many times do we have to say this to all you guys listening, all you guys who may have gone to the armory and said, well, it's only just a kit for my boy or for my daughter, or it's a gift or something. We don't get me wrong, we understand that, we get all that. But the more, somebody once said that how you have to kill the monster when it's a baby, because you don't want the monster coming through your village, busting up your whole village. And this is what's happened. This monster has busted up our community. And it's all, we've seen it with our eyes wide open, and we keep hoping that something's going to change. Hoping ain't going to help. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, hoping that something's going to turn around ain't going to help. We have to stand up and say enough's enough. Forget all the bull that's happened. If they come with this war chest like we mentioned earlier this morning, it's still not going to be enough, because 15 years and the kings of London, unfortunately to say this, they've rocked up. They've won the Premiership on a few occasions than us. They've won the Champions League a couple of times, and other cups as well. And I hate putting comparisons, because I feel that we are in essence at times a better team, but the results show where we are. And it's painful to say it. It's painful to admit it. But this is where we are at this moment in time. is the board going to change tack? Are they going to say, okay, we've listened to you, we're not moving, here's the money? Even if they gave us the money, I still want them gone because they haven't done anything for us for the last 15 plus years.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted the Imps to win. I used to live near Lincoln. Your thoughts on Xhaka, Bellerin, Guendouzi, Torreira, and Nketiah, all pretty much on the verge of leaving this summer. Yeah. I mean, I would say probably Bellerin, Guendouzi, Torreira, and Nketiah. Xhaka is probably still 50-50, even at a price of 21.5 million pounds. Roma, although Maureen has said that he does like Granit Xhaka. How much could be accumulated with those 5 players? Let's look at maybe 20, 50, 50, 60, 60, I don't know, 80, 90, maybe upwards 90, 95 million pounds. I wouldn't say it's over 100 million pounds. I'll say just maybe 95 million pounds. We're not good at negotiating, are we? And someone's right said to me last week, but Alex, we want to offload 10 players. That's fine, but who's going to want to take these players on those level of wages? Who's going to want? Are there any takers? Any takers? No takers. The players are not good enough, and the level of wages, the other clubs cannot afford to match those level of wages unless the player will be willing to take a pay cut. Why would you not want to take a pay cut? You've been milking Arsenal dry for the best part of how long since you've been here. Take a pay cut just to get away from Arsenal. But I'll say maybe 95 million pounds, not more than that, Ralph.
I don't think even that, to be honest, because at this moment in time, it's a buyer's market and people are negotiating. We're not reaping any benefits from those players. We're not anything that we paid for Xhaka and Bellerin and Torreira. We're not reaping anything from them. So it's all going to be at a loss. Is the club willing to take a loss just to clear the deck, so to speak? They're going to have to. They're going to have to. I really don't think that when it comes to negotiations with these players, Jonathan put a really good point. He said about 18 players. And I found pretty much like 14, maybe 15 players.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
I'll put down. Oh, so I'll put down Xhaka. Okay, Xhaka. This is the thing that annoys me. Xhaka, he needs to go. He needs to go. I don't appreciate the fact that Arteta has spoken to about 3 players trying to get them to stay, and 2 of them was already left. So that shows you that his negotiation is not really up to scratch. So he should put himself out of that equation. If he doesn't get what he wants, then his number 2 or whoever it is have to do that with him. But I put down, despite Xhaka and Mustafi and Clash, actually those 2 are pretty much gone. Louise is pretty much gone. Willian's got to go because that's a failed experiment. Bellerin, he's going. I don't care how much we get from him, he's going. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, last season, Arteta begged him to stay. We could have had something from him for Wolves. Wolves put up an interest. And for whatever reason, Arteta was hoping to keep him. It hasn't worked. He's put him down. He's sent him over to West Brom. So he's going to come back. So, his stock level is pretty much down as well. Reece Nelson. What's happening? Do we keep him or do we sell him? He had a really good time out in Germany, and again, his stock was quite high when he was out in Germany. Is it Hoffenheim he played for? Yeah. Came back, and I was thinking, right, but it just didn't work out. Same with Joe Willock. It just didn't work. Now, you want to get Joe Willock back. Is Joe Willock going to be given first team state? I don't think so.
Not on a constant basis, anyway. At least.
No.
Not on a consistent basis.
That's another young player that you're going to frustrate. And also, when you think about terms of bargaining, we're not going to get what we hope to get for him. Newcastle is willing to give an arm and a leg to keep him. Chambers is a potential, but he's been at the club for a very long time.
Yeah.
Guendouzi, we said. Torreira, we said. Ceballos.
Yeah, but Ceballos is going back anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Now the other two up front, Lacazette and Aubameyang.
What, on your list, Ralph?
Yeah.
Wow. God, Ralph, man. Whoa. Bring it home, brother. Hey.
Listen, Aubameyang has saved us. He has saved us. We can't keep on going by the past. It's great. It looks rosy and everything, but we can't keep. We have to think about the here and now. And I said often enough that we need a top player who will bang the goals in. If it means just putting Martinelli up there, then why not? If we got Balogun, if Balogun is the as good a real deal as possible, we don't know that. We don't know. We've got a whole bunch of youngsters that may be doing bits, but we don't know. So we have to see for ourselves. You know, the goalkeeper Ranison, he's got to go. You know, he's got to go. Come on. Now Leno said he wanted to go as well, didn't he? So what's happening with Leno? Is Leno staying or is he going?
But is he on your list to go, Ralph?
He's on my list to go.
Oh, God.
He's on my list to go. It's no point. I don't want. We just again going back. How many players have said they want to leave Arsenal and we kept them? How many times? It's not a once in a blue moon situation. It's happened 8 or 9 seasons in a row. There's always somebody wanting to leave, and then we end up begging them to stay, and we haven't won a Premiership. So if a player says he wants to leave, then I forget about sentimentality and ifs, ands, buts, and maybes. You want to leave? Okay, we've got now this summer to find a replacement. So let's walk the walk for a change. Let's start being a bit more tough. If somebody said don't want to leave, then you either play for the badge or you don't. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. No, well, I'll put in half a shift. No, we've had your type before, and this is where we are. If he wants to go, he's got to go.
Wow. Who else is on your list, man?
No, that's pretty much where I got up to be honest. Okay. This Grealish, if it happens, it happens. I don't think it will.
It won't happen.
Again, you know, all the names. I'm not investing my time any further until the person sat at the desk with Arteta and wearing the shirt.
Well, there won't be much happening there then, will there?
No.
Let me go back in live chat. There says a new kit looks like a 6-year-old designed it. There are better merchandise on Cannon 40 TV. Go look, guys. Thank you for that. There's nice one. Yeah. Nice one indeed. Ola says, hey, and a hey to you as well, my friend. What's the latest update on Arsenal transfers? Well, go back on the morning segment and you would have seen the talk of the town in regards to these 2 players. Ain't happening.
So we're not going to get.
Not happening. It's not happening. So I think Pep did tinker too much, and it shows where Arteta has learned it. Yeah. Tinker, man. Static. Hey, Alex and Raz. Static. I did say to you, actually, because no, you said to me, Alex, when you go to the Emirates, can you bring your Kroenke out banner? And when I left the house and I got to the stage, I was thinking, I forgot my banner, man. And I can see it right there, Kroenke out. But listen, I did my business. I did say I was going to go to the Emirates, and I went to the Emirates. You can't argue with that. I was there. Verdi Vici. I came, I saw, I didn't quite conquer. But Anthony says, well done, Alex, for processing today. I hope your dedication gets Kroenke out, comes to fruition. Well, it's going to take a lot more than just one person being there every Sunday protesting. But I can only do my bits. I can only do my bit. It's for everybody else to do their bits. Santiago says, good evening, Alex and Ralph. I hope you are doing good by the grace of God. By the grace of God, we are both fine, my friend. The Assemble's in the house. Didn't I just see you on the other Arsenal fan circle, the Assemble? Before I went live, you was over there. You made the right choice, but don't tell them that.
We're all Arsenal fans. We're all Arsenal fans.
Graham had a lot of impressionable youngsters who he instilled his ideas into, as the older players wouldn't accept his methods. That's why he sold the majority of the older players. Take note, Arteta. Learn. Yeah, I know that. I think the Assemble's probably seen the 89 documentary, and if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Really insightful, fantastic stuff. Anyway, Michael Knight. Is it the same Michael Knight, Knight Rider?
I think it is. I think he's going around the town, night rider, and checking out parts of London.
Those were days, isn't it, Ralph? They don't make TV
Those
like
were
these.
the days.
Yeah, I would be there to protest, but I cannot get there, guys. Sorry, Michael Knight. I said when I was at the Emirates that we use the podcast, the channel, as a voice for the majority of you, for whatever reason. It could be for family responsibilities, work responsibilities, or maybe the location. You might not live in the country, you might not live in London, but we use Channel 40 as your voice. But going by one of the polls there, I know not everyone is on the bandwagon of Cronky Out, but for the majority of you on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, we're using Channel 40 as a voice for the multitude. Yeah, so we understand that. We understand that. Who else do we have here? Oops, we have. Just missed. Sorry, so many people. Thank you, guys. 74 and counting. For wonderful stuff for a Sunday.
Wow.
A Sunday evening ketchup. The ketchup. Ralph, get out the sauce, man. Anyway, yes. Greetings to you all. Nice one for that, brother. Jack asked a question of you, Ralph, the new director of football. Will Richard Garlick make a positive difference? Before I go to Ralph, he has said that he wants to make Emi Buendia his first major signing at Arsenal. If he can get that done, the price I've seen, £36 million that Norwich want for Emi Buendia, if he can get that at a cheaper price and he gets Buendia over Arsenal, I'll say where he's done well. But he's got a lot more work to be done. A lot more work to be done. Ralph, your thoughts on Mr. Garlick, the new director of football?
I don't know much about him, to be honest. So if he says that he's going to get this deal done, then we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Because he has to set the tone.
Yeah.
And exactly. I feel that when somebody says they're going to do something, if they follow through and do it, then he will set the standard. But until then, I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see.
And it's the same thing what I said as well, because I hadn't heard too much of him. I said, well, he comes with a reputation that I've not seen, but if he's talking about Buendia, he wants to make his first major signing, then it's all good talking the talk, but you've got to walk the walk, haven't you?
Yeah.
Got a donation here from the English Conversation Club who asks a question, Ralph. Can we reach top 4 next season? No.
You're saying no? I'm
saying no.
Are you saying no under the current ownership?
I'm saying no for everything, Ralph.
So if Eck was to come in, just supposing we had an amazing summer, you know, the owners decide to leave, and then we have Eck, or Eck comes in at some point during the season, and he comes with this war chest, and we're there or thereabouts. If anything, say we're between seventh and fifth.
Mm-hmm.
would you say that we wouldn't have a shot at top 4?
No, no.
Okay.
There are like 7 reasons why, Ralph.
Go
The
on.
reasons are Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester City, West Ham, Tottenham. The list goes on. It's not going to happen, Ralph. It's not going to happen. It's going to be good that we're going to be out of European football, and
Yeah.
people will be thinking it's going to be good. It'll be good. Forget
But
about
the
the income that it
distraction-
generates for us, but it'll be good to be away from that distraction there. But there are 7 or 8 reasons why we're not going to get top 4, Ralph.
But
With
do you? Sorry, go on.
with or without the Daniel Ek effect, if it comes in before the beginning of the season or not, it's not going to happen. We've got players who, under the current regime, don't get to see back-to-back games, much as 3 on a trot, because the current manager likes to tinker. It's not going to happen, Ralph. Stability has to come first before anything else.
Well, yeah. You did say, you and James Rowe did say that last season, if memory serves me, I think maybe the season before last, about stability. And I was quite optimistic that we would do. I think looking back on it, we could use statistics. I don't like using statistics because it could bend an argument anyway. And VAR played a rather weird kind of scenario against us as well.
Ralph, come on, man.
We're looking. Hang on. But I think that what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold judgment. I'm going to hold judgment because it depends a lot on what we do in the summer. If I see, for example, by the end of the transfer window that we haven't transitioned in the right way, let's face it, the owners are not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
But if we get the players that we're hoping to get in, and again we have to back on what I mentioned earlier, we have to clear out the players that we don't no longer need. We don't want.
That's one part, Ralph. That is one part. Yeah, that's one part.
Yeah,
what about
but
all
you're
the other elements? What about all the other elements, Ralph?
well, you're saying that. You see, I feel in essence we are on our day, and there haven't been many, but on our days we can be quite competitive. If we look at our form away from home, we have beaten 4 of the top 4. So there's elements there. It's about consistency, and it's about Arteta having the right mentality. He can't. This season, it's not a gimme. It's more of a, well, you show me what you are. Now the new season is, you've got to get it right. You've got to get it right from the off. There can't be no Mickey Mouse messing about kind of thing. So I'm going to hold judgment. I'm going to see where we are in terms of how many players we exit at the club. I'm not looking at our competitors, but I feel that if you keep looking at our competitors, you're going to lose sight. I don't care about Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea. Bully for you what you've won. I don't really care. My time is not. I'm not invested in them. It's when they're on the pitch. That's when I care. When it's game day, that's when I care. But for now, my main concern is, okay, so we're all hurting at this moment. We all know where we should be. What is the owners going to do about it? What is Arteta going to do about it? What are those players that he keeps are going to do about it? The players that we don't want at the club, if they're still there during the summer, then I'll concur with you. I feel that it'd be a rough ride. We could be even in a worse situation. But if by chance, and it's a very slim chance, that the players that we want out the club do exit, and we may get 1 or 2 signings. I'm not thinking it's going to be massive signings. If we get 1 or 2, if this Richard Garlick, if he says that he gets this signing in, if he comes in, then there's the potentials that we could possibly attack top 4. But this is me. I'm not a guy to say I'm happy with top 4. I'd rather go into a competition to win. That's
No,
me.
I know, but the question was, can we get into top 4? And I'm saying no, straight up
Okay.
no.
Well, I'm saying I'm going to wait until to see. I'm waiting to see what happens during the summer. If there's positive movements in the summer, then I'll take you up on another challenge.
All right, yeah. Ice bucket challenge. Anyway,
Great.
Ralph, you're the man, says AC.
I
That's the
appreciate that.
man. Greeny Man TV says, big up on your one-man protest. Hopefully it will inspire. Well, it's inspiring me. I'm not
Yeah.
going to wait for anybody else, man. I can only do what I can do, man. Got to be more than 100 million there of the players that Ralph mentioned. No, actually not because it was Jack wasn't those players there. I don't think so. 95 million max. Not.
You see, this is where the guys who negotiated these players coming into the club have got it so wrong. They weren't thinking long term. They're thinking, oh, we've got the money in the bank, let's spend it. Rather than thinking, hang on now, what's the resale value that we can get if the players don't perform, or they don't have a great season, or they drag us further down from where we are? They weren't thinking long term enough. Hence the reason why I keep saying that Raul Sinelli still got those 2 luggages for Pepe, because we know that he's not worth 72 million. Now, Pepe has found that rich vein of form within the last 5 or 6 matches because he's been played consistently. So if Arteta has that light bulb moment and wants to keep him in there, then he has to build the team around Saka, around Emma Smith Rowe, and Pepe. Whoever links up at the front, whether it's going to be Aubameyang or Lacazette, or maybe neither, you have to make sure that the spine of the team is strong. Goalkeeping wise, like I said before, if Leonard wants to go, this is where we've got to do these things now. We've got to do these things now. So if Leonard wants to go, get another goalkeeper. And he's got to be 6 foot plus. He can't be no 5 foot something. I don't want a Shane Given. I want a Dave Seaman.
It's funny you should say that, actually, because Des actually says Leno and Partey are on my list to go. Very interesting. Ralph, in my opinion, the idea of resigning the players is that they're going to be worth more money once they have been through the Arteta training, and sell them for more. After the training, they're worthless. Wow, my goodness. With Arsenal still owing money for the players they've bought in for the last 5 years, how will the money they use with the players will sell improve the squad? It's not enough to even cover the existing debts, because you've got to think about, just to say, for example, if Pepe was on the list, we're still paying for him. 72 million pounds, we're still paying off in installments. But again, I go back to the main point I made. A lot of the players, we want to get rid of them, but which club realistically would want to buy this place apart from maybe Bellerin, maybe Xhaka's been linked to Roma, Torreira's been linked to go to Boca Juniors, Guendouzi and Marseille, but all the other players, where are the takers? Are they going to be able to give us the money that we want? Possibly not.
No,
Possibly not.
I don't think we're going to get the money that we're asking for. I think it'll be literally cut. It's going to be at a loss. It's going to be at a loss. But like I said earlier this morning, it may be a bit of a jokey kind of like statement. But when the crankies go to bed at night, his wife is a heiress. That we don't need to know where the money is coming from. Surely she can say to her husband, well, if you want 200 mil, then I can give you 200 mil. Here you are, pay me in installments. You know what I mean? Whatever way it comes around, if they feel that this club is the golden goose and they want to hand it to their son as the next generation, then surely you have the conversation to say, you know what, how much does it cost? This self-sustainable idea that they had, it's a load of baloney. It's a smokescreen. Okay, so let's talk real deal. If you want to stay at the club, I don't want you at the club, to be honest. But if you're going to stay at the club, you're going to dig your heels in, and you want to give Arteta a war chest, then 220, 230 mil, because we're gonna have a loss at the players that we've got that we're trying to ship out. So let's take the hit. We have to. It's one of these things. We have to take the hit. Everybody knows our negotiating skills are crappy.
Yeah, yeah.
So everyone out there, we can say, all right, Bellerin is going to go for 21. Someone will say, well, actually 18. Are we going to say, well, no, 21 and hold out? And all of a sudden, bang, the first day of the new season comes and we still got Bellerin at the club. We have to take the hit. If you want to move forward, we have to take the hit. So let's take the hit early. But the Crankies, they've got money, they've got old money. So there's no way that we're in that room. They can sift the money that they've got to shore up the reserves that what we're going to miss or what we're going to lose out on if they want to get something out of it. If they want to get something out of it, it means that whoever new investor is going to come in, they will come in because they'll say, okay, the asking price for the club and the expectation of what the Crankers want to sell it for will be met by the investors who want to pitch in and buy the club.
Okay, Jamaican Gunner says we need to get rid of anyone who played under Wenger, including Arteta and Edu. We were only 6 points of top 4, in my humble opinion. I feel we will get Basuma, Buendia, or Grealish. Sign Grealish, sign. No, Santiago, no. Good afternoon, guys. Who are actually in charge of our transfers at the moment? Arteta, Edu, or this Richard Garlick guy? I think it's Richard Garlick. Yeah. Just by reading through the between the lines of what he said about Buendia, I get the impression that he's the main guy. He's the main guy. Mr. Garlick is employed by the Cronkies. He is, well, yeah. Alex, where did Garlick come from? I due diligence. I hope his area of expertise is in football. And I asked myself that question actually. I didn't do my due diligence. Well, I don't need to do it because I didn't employ Garlick. But I think he does have some experience in football. I think that's where he's come from. But you're right. Yeah, the board members, the club doing their due diligence. Do your homework. What's this person's back history? Has he been in trouble? Has he been like someone like going on with brown paper bags? It's a brown paper bag is not a good sign, man. It's not a good sign at all. No, unless we have new owners or get heavy investment. Cronky out. That's what I said. Top 4, is that an ice bucket challenge for you next season? Nah, that's not. Unless you're up for it again, Des, because I'm still waiting for you to do your ice bucket challenge in regards to Erdegaard. Erdegaard, listen, it's not happening, man. It's not happening. If he's using the word major to sign Buendia, he's really painting a picture of the kind of transfer window we will have. Well, again, we've got to wait and see. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap, man. Michael Knight says top 3, no top 4, no rope 10. Maybe we need to pull fingers out. Pull fingers out. God, Derry, it sounds a bit painful, isn't it? Hope is what AFC fans are living on. Oh, hope. Okay, yeah. Well, thank you for that. Being out of Europe should help. It should help. I'm jealous of Chelsea, says Arsenal gamer. Why does it take so long for us to make that signing?
Sorry.
Why does it take so long for us to make a signing?
Because we're not good at negotiations. We're not good. All these people who have done it in the past, they allowed about 5 or 6 Arsenal players to run down their contracts. They fell asleep at the wheel. You know, they felt that the most important thing was to sign the player and then they go off and have their jollies. They weren't football people.
Their jollies. God damn.
Yeah. I was just reading about this Richard Garlick. currently director of football at the Premier League, was previously director of football administration at West Brom.
There you go. There you go. See, Ralph's done his due diligence. Took less than 5 minutes. And I didn't do
Is
mine.
a qualified solicitor who specialises in sports law and was previously director of football at West Brom before he moved to the Premier League in 2018. So that's what I've just read up on on Sky Sports.
Wow.
So it'd be interesting to find out more of his history.
There's a comment here for you, Ralph. This someone says, Ralph, you're old enough. How do you know Ralph's old enough? How do you know? Ralph, you're old enough to know Arsenal will not do what they should do. Arteta shouldn't be in charge of Arsenal, full stop.
Yeah, okay. I take the full stop off there and put a comma on there. Yeah, I do know better. I am old enough. And I've seen it all before. But we've seen this all before, and we still kind of hoped that they would change tactic, the epiphany of realization that this model doesn't work. They're still going down, they're still using their old wagon. The wagon's got maybe 1 or 2 wheels on, let alone 4 wheels. And they're still hoping that we're going to change tack. So in terms of that, yeah, I understand. I always hope in the past that we will do it. But we've been here, I've been here as a fan, we as fans have been here all too many times. So now I've pulled up. I've stopped my wagon, I'm changing it, and I'm saying, nah, I'm not supporting any kind of merchandise. I'll use this platform to put my views across in a positive manner. And when I do have the chance to protest, along with my brother, I'll be down there to do the same thing, to protest. And I'm not going to be confrontational with people going into the army, because I feel that you've got a divine right to spend your money the way you want to. But if you're looking for change, positive change, then you do the positive thing, which is the hardest thing, is that you step back and you think, how many now? Is my money, for example, is my money invested in the right way to make the club better than what it is? And if you've invested money in the past and you haven't gotten your money's worth, then you are complicit in the way that the club has been run. Because you're putting that money in there, you're pretty much saying, yeah, it's okay, Cronkies are doing a great job. So you can't really complain when we are where we are, because the Cronkies don't share that same of empathy with the supporters. Let me give you another question. When was the last time that Stan Kroenke, forget about his son, Stan Kroenke actually addressed the Arsenal supporters to give his forthright opinions on the vision that he has for Arsenal? I don't recall anything.
I can't remember. I can't. If he has ever done that,
Okay.
I can't recall. I can't recall.
So that is my exclamation mark, question mark, full stop, red line, underlined. So I know better. And if I know better, and I'm sure you know better, and our fans do know better, then why are we still doing the same thing? Was it that a famous scientist said how can you, what's the point of, he said insanity is when you're trying to do the same thing all the time, but it's trying to expect a different result. It's insanity.
Dear. Anyway, Jaden says, Cannon Fodder, do you remember me? I was the guy that used to watch your live streams in school. I do remember.
Yes.
It was this time last year, wasn't it?
How's he doing? I wonder how his grades are.
Patrick says, good evening, gents. You've both mentioned stability and consistency as key. I took to change the starting lineup in 37 times in 38 Premier League games this season. No stability, no consistency. Yeah. Patrick Kenny, good research. Yeah, well done. As long as we have Arteta in charge, nothing will happen, honestly. Well, something will happen, just not, it won't be the outcome that we want. Eugenia Smith says hello and hello to you. And Kid Crack says London is blue, lads. Good luck to you. Thanks for the information. That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Is he on about the kit, Alex?
Say again? What?
Is he on about the kit?
It could be. I'm not going to show it again anyway.
No.
I'm not going to show it again. Hey, Ralph, the first positive should be Arteta out. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon of Arteta out.
I've done that before, and it's come at a cost. So
yeah, I'm not gonna entertain that. They're good at both Auba and Laka. They are both bad energy in the squad. Is Laka bad energy?
I don't think Laka's bad energy. I think that Laka has played well with the youngsters, but he's coming at that time of his of age now where if we're going to keep him, it has to be like a year contract, a rolling year contract, depending on performance. Aubameyang, he's not captain material. Straight. He may be a great guy in the changing rooms. He may be great with fans and sign, autographs and that kind of thing. But to me, he is not captain material. Captain material, if you're going to look, you look at McClintock, you look at Adams, you look at Vieira, and even Thierry Henry was captain. You take those four. Thierry Henry said that how when he signed at the club, David Dean gave him a video of Ian Wright and said, "Look at that, and this is like your homework. This is what you've got to do." And Thierry Henry surpassed that. He surpassed it. That David Dean gave him the bar and said, "This is the level of standards that we expect." And Thierry Henry took it to that level. So when you're looking at captains, is Aubameyang captain material? No, he's not. He's a player who done well overseas. He's come to us. In essence, he did help us win the FA Cup. And if it wasn't for his goals, we would be a lot lower down the Premiership. But if you're looking at captain material, I don't know no captain ever late for an important match like the North London Derby. I don't know any captain who, when the team has not performed well, has gone in front of the camera to spare a manager will have to do that. That's part and parcel. But for him to stay at the end of the match, clap the fans off. Of course, we had no fans because of COVID. But to say to the fans, "My hands up, it's my fault." He's not that kind of ilk. It's not in his DNA. And I think it's not in many of the DNA of captains. The one or two people potentially I could see as captains. I can see Holding as a captain because he's a defender. I can see potentially Saliba if he was to play, but I don't think we're going to see him. I think I'm going to go by James Rowe's recommendation and Alex's. I don't think we're going to see Saliba. If we do see him, it would be a minor miracle. It could be the turning point. Gabriel potentially could be captain. Partey potentially could be captain. But the thing that makes a captain is the burning desire. You've left a team that's won the Spanish Championship, and now you're at the Arsenal, and your season has not been as high as it should have been. So you have to turn those things around. So in essence, I don't know any captain that's missed a North London Derby, that doesn't pull up players. Even Keane, I have to go back to Keane because Keane and Vieira, if anyone's seen that program, they show you what it takes to become a winner. Period. You have to put yourself in the firing line. You're the voice of the manager, but you're also the example of the team. And they're winners. Now you tell me, who's in our current team at end of this season, who was a winner? Who was the one that would fight? I'd say the second person actually is Tierney. Tierney's got all the capabilities of being a captain. The only thing that does worry me is the amount of injuries that he sustains. But if he has a clear run, he could be captain material. Or not could be, he has the potential to be captain material for the Arsenal.
Greeny Man TV says 500 million is peanuts to the Crankies. Yeah, pocket change to them. Arteta is not our problem because we never give him the players that to give him results. but he's also culpable by the mere fact that he's tinkering. And Patrick Kennan came with those stats there, always changing the team, no stability. So he's also culpable. Pepe is a baller. Partey is a baller. Good players don't go bad overnight. It starts with the manager. And Paul says, let's Arteta complete the new signings early. The likes of Buendia, Basuma, right back and centre back. And DS comes back and says, I had a dream. Mine, Luther, that at the start of next season, all the players will be here at Arsenal. I had a dream too, man. It turned into a nightmare. Are players like Wendy and Basuma good enough to get us into top 4 over the period of time? Because, no man's an island. It can't be reliant on just 1 or 2 players. It's a team game. All players have to turn up. All the players have to be up for the fight. It can't just rely on 1 or 2 or maybe 3 players. But it's a team game. It's a team game. Guan are more like a wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow? What's that?
It's about the wagon.
Yeah. If we start off the new season badly or show no sign of improvement, how long would you give Arteta? I think Tuchel would be sacked before Arteta.
I think so too.
Really?
Chelsea. Yeah, I think so too. I think Tuchel, the league for Chelsea hasn't been that great. They've been quite fortunate, really.
Wow. Okay.
They've been quite. I can see it. We saw it with Del. What's the name of the guy from Chelsea? We did this morning. He won the Champions League for Chelsea, and then they sacked him.
Di Matteo.
Yeah, Roberto Di Matteo. So Chelsea don't waste any time. If they feel it's going south, well, it's true. If they feel it's going south, then the next manager goes in, they win something, and then the next season, if he's there 2 seasons, it's a bonus. 3 seasons, I think, was the longest for. Was it Mourinho was there for about 4 seasons, I think, 3 or 4 seasons. And I think when it came to the anniversary year, he got sacked. So it just goes to show sentimentality doesn't live at Stamford Bridge.
He didn't invest his money. Talking about Cronky or the Crankies. Ralph, was Garlick in charge of West Bromwich Albion football when the Gnabry was apparently not good enough?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so that goes to show as well.
Okay, who else do we have here? Guys, wonderful stuff. I see the numbers were above 100 viewers at any one time now. Wow, for the Sunday evening catch-up show. Put that sauce in it, man.
Who's trying to find a title? Sunday evening dinner ketchup, brown sauce with mustard.
Ralph, silent by name, silent by nature. All right. Assemble, behave yourself. Ooh, to be a gooner. Hello there. How is it going over there? Over here? Over here. In my house, everything's cool and dandy. But over there, the Emirates is over there. Not so good. Not so good. Not so good. Static says, Alex, thank you for not showing the blue Adidas kit again. I'm tempted. I'm tempted.
Don't do it. We've got what 101 viewers at the moment, so let's not let's ride this out.
Lacazette is sound. Aubameyang must be the one to go. Well, actually, Kevin Campbell did say, I spoke about him on Thursday. Kevin Campbell says, really, out the 2 strikers, Lacazette is more important than Aubameyang. Link up play, the mentality. However, he believes that Arsenal must only offer Lacazette a 1-year contract extension. And if he takes it, fantastic. If he doesn't, then it has to be adios. Yeah. But he's thinking himself that actually between the 2 strikers, Lacazette is more important than Aubameyang. Wow. Arsenal gamer says, life of a Arsenal fan. Fans to hope our rivals don't win trophies. Unfortunately, they are winning trophies. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. They are. They are.
Don't believe in
Brendan,
hope.
Brendan says Party could be captain material, but right now it should be Saka or Tierney. Saka, not
I
Saka.
won't give. I won't give to Saka. Saka's got too much on his plate already.
Yeah,
I'll give it to Tierney. Tierney or Holding. I'll give it to him. Even at worse, I don't want to say worse. At the very least, Partey, because maybe Partey, it may make Partey more responsible and assure himself when it comes to the way that he plays.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give actually. I'd like to do a David Dean. I'll give Partey a video of Vieira. And say, right, Vieira and well, not Adams, but Vieira. That's your homework, Partey. This is what we want from you.
Do your homework. Yes, says a good captain makes the job easier for a coach.
Yeah.
Don't think Orba trusts the process. He will go, I believe. And Carl, aka Liverpool supporter, Carl, I hope you're well, my friend. Thank you very much for that. And Static says, I wish Edu would do that, boys. Show a video to the next manager at Arsenal. For example, Bissouma, and then Edu says, Bissouma, I want you to surpass Gilberto Silva. That's just an example. Yeah, yeah, well said, man. Well said. Nice one,
Yeah.
Alf. Nice one. So we can run through these very, very quick. We're going for an hour and 10 minutes. Kieran Tierney for captain next season, a winner in every sense of the word. But Patrick, he's no use to us. He's always going to be out injured. No use to us. A captain MIA, missing in action because he's out injured. Not good. Not good. But I do like him. I do like him. Smash the likes, says Static. Brennan says Saka or Tierney. Jim McCurran, Gunner says the fact that Orba is made captain goes to show that Arteta is not the right man for the job. And Baz from this morning says the position of a captain is overrated. It's not overrated. Not overrated. You carry the extra weight of an armband, and that's just about it. The players are paid a ton of money. They don't need captaining. They do for this reason. For this reason, you see how the players have been. This is why they need a leader. This is why they need a captain. I'll give the example about our previous number 10, and then the aforementioned Matteo Guendouzi. All that silliness going in the changing rooms shows a lack of real leadership and characters amongst the squad, because that would never happen if Tony Adams was there. He'll be the one pulling the players up against the wall, saying, "What are you doing? We're trying to do something here. We're trying to have it like a coming together, and you're doing that over there." This is why we need a captain, a strong leader. Because if there isn't, look, it's going to be it's a season for all. Do whatever you want to do. This shows why we need a captain. So I disagree, Baz. It's not.
If I can add in something, it's another sporting analogy. I was watching a documentary, Fire in Babylon, about the West Indies cricket team, and they had a test over in Australia. And Australia was the #1 team at the time. We're talking like mid-70s, and they got battered. They got battered. So on the way back, Clive Lloyd, young captain, everyone looked up to him because he was older than some of the young players there, and he told them, "This is the last time that we're ever going to go through that kind of experience again. We're going to find our own team, and then we're going to go forward and play the way that we're going to play." And everybody responded to that. And even up to this day, everyone, that team onwards, regards Clive Lloyd as the main captain, the main man, because the way he steered those youngsters from being battered in Australia to become world beaters for 15 years plus sets the standard. Now, you can use that kind of analogy in any kind of sporting environment. You've got to have a strong leader.
Yeah.
You've got to have a strong leader. We've had a free-for-all in terms of the Arsenal, and with Aubameyang, I'm sorry to say that, but if you have a player who, yeah, it is added weight. The armband is not meant to be lightweight. It's not meant to be just a thing that can be tossed aside or something. It has to carry weight because the weight of the expectation of the player, of the club, is on the captain. And he exudes confidence, he exudes strength, he exudes leadership. That is what comes with being a captain. And if you can't carry those ideas out, then you're not captain material. You're not. If you can't lead your team, then you're not captain material. He is not captain material. So yeah, to me, it's shown that he's not captain material. I've seen the captains from the way back, and I said, yeah, that's a captain. That's a captain. Forwards, after Thierry, it kind of went missing. I think Fabregas may have been captain 1 or 2 times. Flamini may have been captain 1 or 2 times. The goalkeeper may have been captain 1 or 2 times. There's no definitive captain for the Arsenal. Xhaka was captain. Koscielny was captain. Do you regard Koscielny as world class?
No, nope.
When he done that mix up against Birmingham in the cup game, the guy who scored the goal tapped him on the head, and he took it. That's not captain material. Captain material is someone who's gutsy, who leads from the front, and you identify him as captain. Yeah. That's what we're missing. So yeah, if it's lightweight, he's not captain material.
Yeah, the position of captain is not overrated. It's not overrated, no. My friend. I'm sorry. It's your opinion, but this is why Arsenal are the way they are. This is why you've got somebody. Your captain is not my captain. Your talisman, he's not my talisman. Turn up late for a North London derby. And then is it any wonder why the players turn up when they want to? Now the pressure is off. You see them play wonderful football. And then after the game, who's talking to the press? Not the captain. Most of the time, it's Arteta trying to do everything under the sun. The position of captain is not overrated. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can wrap up this one very, very quickly. Now, we're not very quick. We came for an hour and almost 20 minutes. And I'm sure Ralph has to get up early for work.
No, I'm not.
Anyway.
Thank you.
2 hours incoming. Put some sauce on that boy. Anyway, he beat Pep twice. Ketchup. London is blue. Thank you for that, Mo Ali. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's still when our blue tip, then.
Even Jensen says, Alistair, welcome back, Alistair. Hope you're well. To progress, we need at least 2 signings in key positions in this window. Garlick is a lawyer, so hopefully he can't make some good deals. He can't, or he can. You put he can't make. Anyway, I think you meant he can. No.
It was going also well.
Yeah, but he did win the league on the first year, which none of the new Arsenal managers has done or will probably ever do if we can't reach top 4 on the next 2 seasons. We're not gonna make top 4. We're not. Great to see the channel growing. You guys deserve it. Keep up the good work, Patrick, Kenny. Thank you for your kind words. I'd give it to Partey because of his experience. That's the captain's armband he's talking about, I believe. Tuchel will probably win the league once, then go. Possibly. I hope nobody has a video on Xhaka.
Yeah, we don't hold no videos on Xhaka.
Oh, that's a funny one. Oh, dearie, where was I? There's been so many conversations live chat. And Gay says, we do have. I hope not. Throw it in the bin. You've done that one already. Why have you? What? Oh, right. The position of captain is overrated. He has to carry the extra weight of an armband, and that's about it. Are paid a ton of money. If any of them need captaining, then get rid. Yeah, but you still need a lead.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yeah, let's go on. Let's go. We'll spend enough time on that. Alpha T, welcome back. Saka is a must for Woolwich to tie down to a much improved contract for Woolwich. Have I missed something? Have I
Is
missed
he,
something?
is he an old fan regarding the Woolwich Arsenal?
Alpha, what's going on for Woolwich? All right, okay. I agree with Raz. We can challenge for top four. No, we can't. Come on, you Gunners. Trust the process, Alex. Come on, Grealish, come. No, Santiago, no. Static says, oh my gosh, I agree. Party is a very good option. Well, it seems like they like your opinion, Ralph, on that, man. If only they would do the same to me when I talk. Anyway, Guendouzi has been
Come man, protest.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking. Guendouzi has been sold to Marseille, and Xhaka could be going to AS Roma for the same price, around £17 million.
Yeah, we're not going to get much from them.
Yeah. Good content as always, Alex and Raz. Good views. U2B, Aguna. If a player needs captaining, then get.
Basically, he ain't letting go of this, is he, man? He's not letting go of this at all.
Can we all chip in for some money to hire the best lawyer money has to offer to sue Kroenke for the stress and inconvenience that he's caused us all during the last decade? I know a lawyer.
That sounds like a commercial, doesn't it? Yeah. Are you an Arsenal fan? Have you suffered over the last 15 years? Make a claim against Kroenke.
Auber's arm isn't big enough to carry the armband. I always see him fixing it. Nice shout, Diaz. I'll give you the comment of the live chat so far, man. His arm's not big enough. God, dearie me. If you're wondering who or what you've been listening to, thank you for that, Santiago. Sign Mahrez and Vardy instead of Mahrez and Sterling. Well, I have said I'll take a chance on signing Vardy, man.
They're on that trip now to Europe, aren't they? So he ain't coming anytime soon.
Yeah. Let's need to put this person out on timeout. Just been a little bit silly there. All right, nice one, DS. Thank you for that. Yeah, no spamming people. Listen, I've just put the person on timeout. Just been a little bit silly there. Do you think fans coming back will make a difference with Arsenal performance? Possibly. I think it'll be a real eye opener for Mikel Arteta. I think he's been very, very lucky to have the stadium empty. Yeah, but I think it will make a difference in regards to Mikel Arteta. I'm hoping that he'll wake up and smell the coffee. Just last few guys before we end this one. How do you guys rate Top Silver by Leverkusen? I've not seen him. To be honest, so I can't give you a response. When Alex says leader on the pitch, I think Grealish. No, Santiago, no. I know he's captain, Aston Villa, but yeah, he's not coming to Arsenal. Not coming to Arsenal.
I just think Grealish is one of those players that when he, it's only because the last couple of games he played against us, we didn't mark him. We didn't put anyone on him. So when he gets the ball, he just runs at us, and it's like everyone's looking to say, "Oh, well, it's your man, it's your man." By that time, he's in the final third.
Yeah.
Is he in the England setup? Do you know? I'm sure he is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
So it'd be interesting to find out how he plays, how Southgate, what way he's going to place him and how he plays against good opposition.
Gay says, I think having a captain like Auber is good, but it has to be more than what he displays to the club. Won't happen. We won't get ahead with a fraudulent. All right, think about Clock Orange. Do Aubameyang want to sign Dembele from Barcelona? I don't want Dembele, to be honest. It will be hostile. I think it will be very, very hostile once the new season starts, and he'll feel the wrath of the fans back in the Emirates. and we have no player with good qualities to be a captain, apart from Tierney, maybe. And like Ralph said, maybe. Thomas Partey, maybe. Last few guys before we finish this one. Don't trust the process. Don't trust the process. Process the trust. Whoa.
Wow. Is that going
Wow.
to be a comment of the evening?
Wow. I think so. Liverpool, Arsenal to finish higher next season. Liverpool. But Ralph might say otherwise.
Yeah. Well, I say I've got Liverpool fans in work, and they have got a better squad at this moment in time. But the thing that has annoyed me, and I'm sure it's annoyed most Arsenal fans, is the fact that we have given games away. It's like I don't understand how you cannot turn up, and our home matches have been shocking as well. So those elements has to be fixed up. Like I said, we'll see what happens during the summer.
Arsenal Gamer asked questions. Will you guys buy a season ticket next season? I've never had a season ticket before, and I think in these times it would be, contradictory if I was to say, "Oh, I'm Kroenke out," and I buy a season ticket, even though I know the waiting list is like 5 years and then some. But if I had a season ticket or I had a chance to renew it, I wouldn't renew it. I wouldn't renew it. And I know what the answer is going to be, Ralph. You wouldn't, would you either?
No, no. Like like you say, it would be a contradiction.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love my team. Like I said before earlier, I can understand the conflict with wanting to support your team, wanting to go to the Arsenal. I'd love to go. I would love to go, but knowing that that amount of money is going to someone who doesn't care. This is the thing I want to express totally. It's no point giving something, giving your time or your money to someone or a club or a company that don't care about the fans. They don't care about the fans. Why is it that you can spend 20 quid on a burger and a drink when you can pretty much do your shopping for 20 quid? What is it that they're trying to fleece out? Somebody did put up a really good argument that when I think when Man City went to play a match, the club paid for the travel of the fans if they went by plane or something. Something as simple. If we are rich, if we are a big club, something that shows the community at large that we look after the fans. How do they look after the fans? You know what? We the first 2 or 3 cup matches, FA Cup matches, will allow 150 or 1,000 fans to go. We'll pay for your ticket or we'll pay for your travel. First come, first served. At least something. Give us something back. But they have just been taken. So no, in short, I find it really tough to have to stand back and not support my. I support my club, on watching them, and but to actually go to the stadium, I feel it'd be a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah. Well, let me wrap up these ones very, very quickly. Chelsea winning the Champions League was a dagger in the heart. Yeah. Yeah. Again, just, yeah. Hit the lights, guys. Stephen Garner says, let's hope that it's better than last season. Baz says, does the captain have to tie the players' boots laces? No, he doesn't have to do that. Baz, let it go, mate. Let it go. Hi, I want Tierney as captain. Would you have Nat Phillips at Arsenal? Haven't seen too much. I think it's like a CB, isn't he, at Liverpool? But I think he's going to Burnley anyway. I don't think he'll come to Arsenal. Really, if you look at a Dortmund days, Dembele and Aubameyang were a great duo. Exactly. To be honest, 4 to 5 games we threw, and 2 to 3 we were unlucky. Else we would be higher in the Premier League table. Woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't really count for much. And to get any number of good players. It is a mentality that is making a difference. We are lacking the will to win, nothing else. Well, that's part of the building blocks. We've got to have the right mentality as well as like the right players, not players who've won everything, don't have any motivation to come to Arsenal apart from earning a lot of money. But that's just part and parcel of the building blocks there.
We want hungry players.
Say again, Ralph?
We want hungry players.
Yeah. Give the likes, people. Give the likes. Give the likes. Give the likes. Give the likes. Ralph, we'll come to an end, man. Hour 30. Hour 30 minutes. Well, guys, it's been a good one. A double header. Yeah, the Sunday morning catch up and the Sunday evening catch up. We put some sauce in there, man. Put some sauce on there. Thank you for that, guys. I got Ralph's thinking. Brilliant stuff. So 3 live shows today, Ralph. 1 in the morning.
You down the Emirates.
Yeah.
And so good stuff.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you for that. So I will be back tomorrow morning. Maybe, I don't know, you might see Ralph. I'm not sure because he's not working this week. He's off on half term. So if not, you might see my ugly boat race again tomorrow morning.
It's not ugly.
I know. I'm looking for sympathy. Ralph, look at this. Are you Captain Cannon Fodder, Ralph?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Captain Cannon Fodder.
Yeah, there you go. There you
And
go.
I'll put you to the sword. If you don't shape up, I'll put you to the sword.
Sunday evening sauce. We even added Richard Garlick. That's a good one. Wonderful stuff, guys. And yeah, we go onwards and upwards. And so I'll be back tomorrow morning, giving some more live news coming right back at you. And then tomorrow evening, I'll be having James Rowe and of course Eltel with some Monday night chats. I almost said Monday catch up, but no, that's a Sunday thing, isn't it, Ralph? A Sunday thing on that, man. The catch up. All right, Ralph. Do you want to say any words before we finish this one, Ralph?
I think I should allow you because this is your segment before we get.
Well, it's our segment, isn't it?
It's our segment.
All right. Okay. Cool. Well, that's it, guys. Those of you who've been just watching this for the first time, please make sure it's not the last time and be part of the community here. We're making our way to 15,000. I think we're just on the verge now, almost at 12,000. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you.
Stuff. So, yeah. So make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you can be part of the community over here. It's not it's not a podcast. It's a community cast. Anyway, guys. Anyway, that is it. If you've been wondering who or what you've been listening to, well, you've been listening to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over.